Hello, that was a short intro. How the hell are you? It's Wellness Wednesday, a time when we can just sit here, chew the fat, and put the world to rights, do whatever we want here on Wellness Wednesday. How the hell are you? I hope you're all well. I hope you've all had a nice weekend and having a reasonable week. Um, Over here, we're expecting a little bit of snow. I don't know whether we'll actually get it or not. They're always threatening us with it. But as I've said before, I live in the south. So I'm quite lucky. I don't really get extreme weather, which is a good thing for me because, yeah, I don't do well with the cold. Hey, Edna. How you doing, darling? Hi, Bridge. Hope you're well, sweetness. Um, it finally stopped raining here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It rained in sunny California. Wasn't there a song? Wasn't there once a song where it never rains in sunny California? Nothing like that. But I thought there was a song out there. I've got to stop singing. I've got to stop singing. So, we've had rain. Listen, I called in on my daughter yesterday. After I dropped my son home, I called in to my daughter's, and I didn't realize it was raining. And I'll let you into a secret. I don't like driving in the rain. Yeah, I think as I've got older, I've got um, a bit of a coward and I just don't like it. I don't like driving in the rain, don't like driving in the snow. Just no, I'm a fine weather Jan. That's what I am. So, as Bridge says, it never rains in Southern California. They lied. They did. Did they? All those beaches washed away by the rain. Um, yeah, so when I left my daughter's, we had something to eat. The boys were out at football, so we quite often get together, us girls. That's me, my daughter, and my granddaughter. We just get together and, as girls do. And so anyway, we had something to eat, and then I've been watching Traitors. Guys, I am obsessed with Traitors. So this live stream is not going any more than an hour and a half so that I can at least get 2 episodes of Traitors in. I just love it. Anyway, that's by the by. Let's say hi. Let's say hi to our Edna. Hi, Edna.
Hey Jen, hey Jen, how's it going?
How are you? Haven't seen you around. Mind you, I say that I haven't really been around, to be honest
Yeah,
with you. I've
I've been
been sort of,
around.
have you? Have you been getting
Yeah,
into trouble, Edna?
Jen never. I'm just lurking. I'm just chilling.
Have you
You
been?
know what? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go on.
I was gonna say I was watching now, naked and
Yeah.
laughing, and
Mhm.
King Cobra sent her a sandwich, and he sent her something else. I thought it was over, but apparently they're still talking. There's still a little budding romance, perhaps.
All
And
right.
Bridge is right. When I was the first, yeah, like the first fall going into springtime that I was in California, it rained so much. And I could be kind of stubborn. I was like, I don't need an umbrella. It's California. I think about the second or third day, I was like, listen, you gotta get an umbrella. It rained
California's
like a
big
week
though, isn't
straight.
it?
Huh?
California's big, isn't it?
Oh, it's
Is it
huge. I was in
what,
Southern California.
what state is California in?
California is the state.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right then. California's the state. Oh, all
Hmm.
right. Because I've got family out there that are trying to get me over in
Yeah. Yeah, the United
September.
States, that's the country. But we also have counties, which are different than cities.
Cali is different.
Cali is just a nickname for California. Los
Yeah, I realise.
Angeles is a city. There's also the county of Los Angeles.
Oh, right. Oh, I get it. I get it. So Los Angeles is in California.
Yes.
I get it. What's another big city in California?
Sacramento.
Okay.
San
And
Francisco.
oh, San Francisco is in California.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I'm learning. I'm learning. Yeah, yeah,
Bridge,
Bridget
we
said
have
San
geography
Francisco.
going on today.
I
Where is
like
G?
where's Gia? I don't know. Is anyone else live? Quite possibly.
Oh, I don't even know. Oh, I was gonna say something a little messy, but
Do you know what
I was.
I'm really happy about? Hi, Random Fish. I hope you're well, my
Hey,
darling.
fish.
You know what I'm really happy about, guys? I'm getting
What?
views on once more on my standalone videos, which really does make my day. Because
Nice.
I've been trying. Hi, Bia. Lovely to see you. Thanks for stopping
Hello.
by. I've been, working on lots more content, and I put a lot of time into editing. And
Mm,
so it's, when I can spend days editing something and then it gets like 50 views, it's a little bit demoralizing. But
yeah.
um, I'm so pleased that both my videos and my shorts are now getting viewed, and they're getting viewed from people that aren't in girl world. You don't know how happy that makes me.
Oh,
It
I
makes
do.
me so happy
Yeah.
because never wanted to be in girl world. I hate girl world. I don't
But
like.
the thing is, Jen, there's lovely people in girl world. There really are.
Yeah, I mean, I've met people through girl world,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd still rather not have my. I'd still rather not have my my channel based around girl world. That's not what I want.
I
And
guess
although
for rich or poor, for for what it's worth, is it really that bad? Like now, what girl world is, it was better for a moment. Like girl world as it stands now, do you still think it's like that bad?
the reason I don't like it, yeah, as Bridge says, she's trying to get out, but she keeps getting sucked back in, and I think that's the problem, and it's really
Yeah.
hard when you're trying, so hard to get out of a community. I mean, I'm not in girl world. I've never been in girl world. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it seems to be, if you frequent a certain community, and are seen frequenting them regularly, then you're put in this box, and people are like, oh, well, you must be girl world. Exactly, Bridge.
Yes, by
Exactly.
association.
Girl
Hey,
world by
Belly.
association. And I hate that for me. Yeah, hi, Barley. Lovely to see you, my darling. I hope you're well. Um, and, as I say, I hate that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
as you say, yeah, there are nice people in girl world, but it's the whole concept of girl world that I don't like, to be
But
honest.
what's the concept?
The
It's just a bunch of
concept,
people who have who have addictive personalities, and across all sexes and religions and all kind of stuff across the world. I feel like one thing in common is that a lot of us have addictive personalities to some extent.
I see, yeah, and I agree with that, with the addictive personalities. I know I've got an addictive personality. There's no denying that, and because of that, I'm really grateful that I never took drugs, and I've never drunk alcohol to excess. I mean, there was a
Mhm.
time when I used to, like, in my clubbing days, I used to drink. quite a lot, but I never got to the stage where it was having a serious impact on my life or having any impact on my life. So,
How did you
I,
get out of drugs, Jan?
sorry,
How did you get out of drugs?
I never went into drugs. As I
No,
said,
but that's what I mean. Like you never encountered it. You never had to
no,
say no.
I never did. The people that
Really?
yeah, I mean, the people, and that's another astonishing thing. And I'm not putting you down, but
Mm-hmm.
it's
Here we go.
amazing. No,
Oh,
but
let me strap in.
are you strapped in, Henna, honey? No, I have to say, all right, and I'm not saying that I think I'm any better than anybody else or anything like that, but I have to say that I have never been witness to so many people that take drugs
Oh,
as I am when I
that's what
come
I'm
online.
saying.
You all sort of openly talk about being stoned and this and that, and that I've
Jen, me
never
as a
had
kid,
that
I would
in
be
my
like, these
life.
people are no. This is stranger danger. And it's like, how
What?
did I become one of them? I
What?
think when I was a child, if I came across this type of community, I would be like stranger danger. You never heard of
No, you've
stranger
lost
danger?
me. You've lost. I've heard of stranger danger, but I don't know what that's got to do with what I was saying. I mean,
You said all of these addictive people. It's like I'm telling you, my family didn't gamble, didn't drink. Or, I mean, they did, but it was like not. You know what I mean? I don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, well, I don't know what that was about. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm just speaking as I find, and I just find, in girl world, there seems to be, as you said actually at the very beginning, there seems to be a lot of people that are addicted or have been addicted, um, um, in their lives, and I can honestly say I haven't known anybody like that. Um, And, yeah, you've just sort of killed the vibe a bit there. So anyway, let's see what it says. I found the tweet the H was mad about that you made, and I retweeted it. I love that. I love that.
But
Yeah,
that's
I
the
mean,
thing. You want to support the person. You don't always like by liking or thumbing up or whatever. You're not always saying you 1,000% agree with that person and their messages. You're just showing love. Just saying, hey.
yeah, but some people don't understand that, Edna, and I think some people are just so narcissistic and egotistical that they believe that not only they are the center of their own world, but they're also the center of everybody else's world. And I don't know whether
It's
they ever come to
amazing.
the realization that that's not true. Maybe they just go through their whole lives believing that. And there's nothing that other people can say or do to make them look at it any differently. But I think, as Bridge is sort of alluding to there, this particular person actually does believe that he is so important to so many people when the reality is he's not. And
Mhm.
he's certainly not to people who have lives away from YouTube, like myself and like Bridge and like you, you know, to say it's all very easy to throw around that word of being obsessed with somebody when in reality um it's not, obsession is very, very different. um and it's like a lot
I
of
think
the other
that's
it's like a lot of the other trigger words that are thrown around in
Mhm.
this particular part of the internet. And I think also on, across YouTube, there's certain trigger words that are just so misused. And
Hmm.
it's a shame really because if it comes down to something that is really quite serious, then it does dilute the word, and there
Right.
are people who suffer, and because of that word.
Because when
Um,
I hear obsession, I think of all consuming.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you can't like that. Like it's to a dangerous level. It's to. And
yes,
I will
exactly.
say though, Jen, who are you tagging with the FBI, the police?
I've
that
not tagged
that
the FBI. I've never tagged the
I don't
FBI.
know, but Hussey was saying that you were tagging somebody. Now that
Yeah,
does seem like a lot. I don't think, or no, maybe it was NYPD.
NY, sorry. Yes, I will. Right. I mean,
I'm not on
this
Twitter, so
shouldn't
I don't
really
know.
be for Wednesday, but I just want to address
Oh,
Sasha F. Hi, Sasha. Hi, I learned of your channel through Yo Mama, etc., but I noticed you make videos on Peter Mon. Have you watched him for a long while? Yes, I have. I started off as I don't want to say a fan. A fan sounds like I'm a 15-year-old girl. But I used to watch him for some time, and I think that's how I learnt a lot about him. And then, the cracks began to show, and as a reactor, I jumped into the cracks and tried to sort of um, expose them, but with like a light-hearted in a light-hearted way. But some people don't understand that. Some people
what was
think that if you talk about somebody, then you must be a hater. Um, so yeah, the answer is yeah, I have watched him for a long, long time. I watched him from, I think, even before the John Cooking days. That's how long I've watched
you said
Peter.
drunk cooking?
John Cooking.
Oh, okay.
When you say cracks, has he lied or something? I've watched him for a long time and never heard much negative. Yeah, there's not many people that speak out about him. There are a few. Oh, the cracks. Oh my God, the cracks. Um, Now, when did I first start seeing them? I think I first started seeing, there's so many different ones. It's like with cracks, it's like marble. You get like, lines that go off from the major crack. Okay, so
Well, maybe
the
you
major,
could say what first drew you to him. Like, what did you like about him?
no, I need to address what I was saying, what Sasha's asked me.
I was just trying to keep it light for Wednesday, maybe, so I
Oh,
don't have to get
okay.
too negative.
Okay. Well, we're not going to get bogged down in this. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I think the major crack was when he um was exposed by other people, and other people were sort of saying, "Oh, this happened, that happened." But as Edna says, if you want to come back on Friday, we can go deeply into this. I'm quite happy to go deeply into this, but this is like, because Friday is Drama Friday. Um, yeah. Sasha, make sure you watch the videos I'm putting up. I'm trying to do 2 videos a week. So I think I've just done one of him, and I'm gonna be doing another one. I'm editing one, of him, at the moment, so I'll probably put that up at the weekend. So, yeah, keep your eyes open, but, yeah, I'm really happy to answer questions on him, absolutely, but, today isn't the time, because today we normally try and keep it light-hearted, although Edna quite often steers me off track, but that's Edna.
Well, because you get started, and when somebody mentioned Bridge, I'm gonna blame Bridge. She mentioned the police, and they got me to thinking. But you're right. We'll keep it lighter.
Who has time to police somebody's likes? It seems wild to me. Yes, let's get back to obsession. Let's get back to obsession. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. I cannot understand um a well, inverted commas, uh, content creator who then polices other people's social media. I can't understand that. I've been accused of that since you went
Mm.
AWOL. Thanks, Edna, because now everyone thinks that that I wandered around looking for you and
You know,
stalked
what's
you.
funny is people don't know me because I'm just a lurker, right? So, see, people can build this narrative without having much substance because of that, you know. So I've
Yeah,
already addressed it several times. I feel like if
it's
you
just
keep
silly.
saying it over and over, yeah. I think the
It
fact that I'm still here should say all that needs to be said.
Yeah, it really is. It just is very, very silly. But I think it sort of leans towards what I was saying about how words are thrown out. You know, trigger words are definitely thrown out in live streams,
Yeah.
and you know, specifically on YouTube, and they just get diluted. I mean, for somebody to be obsessed with somebody is actually, it's, I see it in a negative way. Do you? I mean, can you have a positive obsession with somebody? I'm going to answer
I
that.
mean, I was
I'm going to answer
okay,
that
good.
myself. I'm going to answer that myself because I think there's a time, like when you're a teenager, yeah, and you have like, you can have an obsession with a pop star or a footballer or you know, a famous person. So that doesn't have to be negative, does it? So now you can speak, Edna. Sorry, darling.
No, I needed that break because I started coughing. Okay, obsession. The state of being obsessed with someone or something, an idea or a thought that continually preoccupies or intrudes on a person's mind. I'm thinking that the connotation of the word obsession is negative. It's not a good thing.
Mm,
So if someone's
okay.
using it, it's not like because I would say fixation. You know, I feel like that's more of a neutral, maybe even a positive term, depending on the context. But obsession is kind of like, why are you so obsessed with me? It's like, why are you giving me all of this unwanted attention?
Yeah, so can we say, can we sort of, yeah, can we say that obsession, like when you're growing up and you're learning your feelings and you're learning things around you and you're fancying different people or you're really enjoying something, when you're growing up, it's okay. But when you're older, I'm just trying to think whether it is really, whether it is negative or not. Are you Googling
I
it,
think it's.
Edna?
I already googled. That was it. That didn't sound like Google. That sounded like
Okay.
it's just straight off the dome. But so when it comes to this, I feel like if even for a teenager, it's still if it. I guess not how much it impacts your life, if it impacts it negatively or positively, and to what degree is if it's good or bad. Because what does Bia say? I like the word devotion. So you could
Yeah.
say devotion if it's a good thing or if it's a positive thing. Now, if someone has the same intensity towards God that they have towards girl world, it would people will be like, oh, that person's so pious. They probably be like, they're, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I mean, is anyone actually obsessed with Girl World though? I don't know.
I
I
think,
mean,
what about
I'm
that
not.
guy on Goldwater Rules who went to Booty's old neighbors and interviewed them?
Yeah.
That was out there. That was crazy. I,
Was that,
I, I
did
mean,
you see that as an obsession though? Because
gee, that
I
is
would,
so over the line. That is so over the line.
yeah, see, that's
To go
interesting.
interview your, could you imagine knocking on someone's door and being like, "Hey, your neighbor who you probably just saw high and by grabbing your mail. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't really know these people, right? So they're like, I don't even know her, but this random man out there who watches her on the internet is coming to ask me questions about her. Are you a killer? Like, what's going on here? Mm-mm.
Yeah, but I mean, journalists do that every day.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. See, I wouldn't say that was an obsession. Um,
But I think to be like a truly great journalist or, some of these people, you have to be obsessed because nobody in their right mind or whatever is going to be as devoted to their careers and certain things as some of these people are. It's really kind of crazy.
I quite like what Bia says here. There are some reactors who are really invested in the lives of Foodie Beauty and Anne Boleyn. I think that. I think invested is different to being obsessed. I think if
Yes.
you're invested in something, I would argue, right, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
argue and say that guy, whose name's gone completely out of my head, who went knocking on the neighbours' doors.
Goldwater rules, I
That's
believe.
right, Goldwater Rule. I don't think he was obsessed. I think it's more than likely that he was too invested in Foodie's life. That's what I would say,
I
and I
think
think there's a difference.
No, I think somebody like maybe Monty, who was like, who not now, he's kind of took a step back, but when it was like every single live stream, listen, I loved it, but that could be too invested. I think once you're knocking on the neighbor's door, you're crossed over from too invested.
Yeah, well, I think
Or
that
maybe
is
somebody,
different. Sorry. Carry on what you were saying.
no, go ahead. That's it. No, that was basically it. Go ahead.
Well, I think to actually go knocking on somebody's door is actually, as we say, is going in real life, which isn't
Mm-hmm.
acceptable. It isn't acceptable on YouTube to go real life. I think we all think that. And I agree.
Right.
Although I do jokingly say, if Foodie Beauty lived in my neighborhood, there would be videos going up all the time of me taking
You
pictures of her walking down the street.
see,
Um,
you know
but
what's
that's not
crazy?
because I'm obsessed with her. It's just that I would take the opportunity. So I think again, it's people sort of throwing that word of being obsessed around and it not really meaning that. I don't think it really means obsession. I liked
No.
what Bridget said here, and and this I think further pushes my narrative in that um because even with pop stars, I think you're infatuated, not obsessed. Now, okay. I say that's pushed my narrative. It hasn't actually, because I still disagree with that because I remember growing up, okay, I was obsessed with football.
Mhm.
Absolutely obsessed with it. I woke up thinking about it. I went to bed thinking about it. That was my obsession growing up, and but I wasn't obsessed by the players, I was obsessed by the game. Do you know what I mean? And I was obsessed by the team. I always wanted the team to do really well, and I would cry if they didn't win. So I wouldn't say that I
But
was infatuated by
but
football.
it doesn't matter. It's still the same outcome. You're putting a lot of energy in
Yeah.
into this one thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I was
and I
gonna say
did.
something, but I forgot.
I used to live and breathe it. It's like Bea says, her childhood obsession was Polly Pocket. Yeah,
Oh,
I remember getting that for my kids actually, and I think most of us, well, I'm assuming most of us did have like, obsessions when we were growing up. But I think as adults, I don't know whether if you have an obsession with something that it still is a negative thing. I don't know. That's
I think it is. I don't think it's a healthy thing to like love one thing, or I don't know, because I want to be careful, because I don't think it's necessarily you. We don't have to look at it as good or bad, but it is a thing that can be good or bad. Does that make sense?
yeah, yeah, I agree. It's quite interesting, isn't it? To sort of
Yeah.
to think about it, and that's what I like about our Wednesdays, that we can sort of look a bit deeper into things and um never
I think I'm
agree.
so yeah, I think I'm so traumatized in a way that I've like run away. I'm like the opposite. I'm minimalist. Jan, when I went to school, I took all of these pictures, right? Painting my dorm room and just hanging out, running around campus, being silly with my new college friends. And I broke my computer. This point in time, I don't remember. But I'm basically a child. So I couldn't get anywhere with customer service. They end up, I send my computer in, they wipe it and they sell it to somebody else with all of my like college memories. It was crazy.
Oh God, that's
There was a
awful.
point in me telling, oh, so instead of being so obsessive to like gather, I've I've kind of grown more into like non-attachment because I'm like
Do you
I don't
think?
want to be hurt.
Yeah. How old were you when that happened?
Oh, 18.
Oh, and have you sort of noticed a marked difference in the way you look at things since then?
Oh, absolutely. It was like immediately.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. But then, I think about, my childhood and my memories of my childhood, and they're just in my head really because I've got no, we didn't have mobile phones and, we certainly didn't have
Yeah.
cameras or anything. So I have no sort of memories as such about my childhood and also sort of, my early sort of adulthood really. I think it's only sort of recently, well, fairly recently, in the last 20 years that social media has really sort of taken off and people are able to keep things. But it's interesting because at my daughter's house the other day, she said, "Mum, if you notice, I've started putting photos up around the house." And I said, "Oh," I said, "Of who?" And she said, "Well, of everybody." And I thought that was quite interesting because a lot of people don't do that anymore. A lot of people,
Yeah.
they don't have family pictures up anymore because
Uh-uh.
it's all on iPhones
Digital.
or
Yeah.
computers, and then what happens when you lose that? It's all gone. So, yeah, I found
No,
that quite
Jan is in the
frustrating.
cloud. You could just
Oh, it's in the
download it again.
cloud.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but you
digital.
still need another piece of kit to find it, don't you? You still need to, you can't reach up into the cloud and get it. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
You
all you
still
need is
need.
another device. It can be any device.
Yeah, but it has to be a device. You see what I mean? I mean, it's
Yeah.
like years ago, everybody had photo albums, didn't they? And, I mean, I've got some old
But
photo
you get a
albums.
house fire and poof, all your photos are gone.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I've still got some because I'm an old bird. I've still got some old photographs. But yeah, it's
Oh
it's
yeah, I
quite
do too.
interesting.
I still
Yeah.
have a little bit of sand from my first beach trip.
Oh, did you?
We were
Oh,
down in the south somewhere of the United States, like in Louisiana or someplace. And I just love the idea of the beach so much, like the Little Mermaid. Gee, Oh my God, little Edna. Just imagining how like she was obsessed with the Little Mermaid, and then imagine seeing a black Little Mermaid. Oh my God.
Oh, I bet you loved it.
I didn't even watch it because I don't know. I'm grown now, so I'm dead.
Oh,
But it's like for the child me. But you know what? I was really second to the Little Mermaid was Princess Diana.
oh,
Is that how you
okay.
say it? Diana? Anyway, with the Princess and the Frog, I remember going to see that with my mom. That was a special moment. She was like the true black princess.
That's interesting. See, I never really liked cartoons, and I still really don't. I don't. I mean, when my kids were growing up and they used to watch all the cartoons, I'd be like, "Oh God, no." I mean, which is strange because as an artist, I should be able to see the skill that is needed to produce, these wonderful visions and these pictures and the moving
Yeah.
pictures. But I don't know. I think I just got sort of I remember my kids were really heavy into The Simpsons, and I couldn't stand it. I
Yeah.
really,
People hated the Simpsons.
yeah, I just couldn't get my head around that. But I
You
did.
thought it was too crass, like
There was one that I liked, and that was
mhm.
Thunderbirds. I used to love
I
Thunderbirds.
never heard of it.
You've not heard of Thunderbirds? Oh my
No.
God. Right, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can. Let's do some Googling. Can you address Bridget's message there? I wanted to
Oh, okay. Obsessions can disrupt your normal daily activities, like
yeah,
OCD.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But I think some people they're so into it that they don't realize that it's disrupting what would be normal activities because they're so abnormal. Thunderbird. Roar.
right. I'm gonna get up Thunderbirds for you because I cannot believe you've never heard of it.
Never. Is it a
Oh
YouTube
my God.
show?
And I
Oh,
had a
the audio
crush
was cutting out. What did you
on one
say?
of them, the blonde one. I like the blonde one.
Are these people or birds?
Thunderbirds. No, oh, right, hang on, let's see if I can find it.
Jen,
Right,
you're gonna
okay.
make me Google.
No, I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it with you. Hang on.
No, no,
My
no. I'm
computer
doing it now.
computer doesn't like me very much.
You can't stop
Oh,
me.
it was
Yes,
British.
it's
I
a
didn't
British
even know it was
television show.
British. Oh my God. My
Yeah, because I'm
computer
like,
does
I've never heard of it.
my computer doesn't like me because I've been editing a lot today, and it's like, "Nope, done with
Oh,
you, missy." Right, hang on.
Jen, you know
Let's
it was
share.
so funny. Jen, I had to say this, not to get back onto the drama, but I was in Purple Glitters
Hang on a
chat.
minute, honey.
And
Hang on a
I
minute. My
think,
computer's
huh?
playing up. Hang on, my computer's playing up. Yeah, go on. What are you saying? Oh, Jesus, shut up.
I was in Purple Glitters chat. You know, Jen, it was so funny though because I think how you say her name is Akasha, but she called her after, and that reminded me of you. She missed so many letters.
What? Say that again. Say that again. What was that?
she she was talking to somebody in chat named Akasha, but she called her Asker, like your cat.
Oh,
Asker. I don't know how to say it with your
Asker.
accent.
My
Asker.
Asker. Oh,
But that's how she
okay.
said it instead of calling her Akasha.
Oh, how funny. Oh, right. Well, I told
Okay,
you, my
so
my son named my cat, And he said Asker, and I went, oh, okay, yeah, I quite like that. So we stuck with Asker, and it was years later. I told you, didn't I? Him and his girlfriend bought a bowl with it or something with Asker's name on it, and they'd spelt it Asuka, and I went, "What's that?" And he said, "Well, that's how you spell Asker." I said, "But that's not what you told me when you wanted to name the cat Asker. I didn't know it is spelt like that, so I've never spelt it like that." I just do my own thing, guys. Anyway, so here we have, this is Thunderbirds. Okay, are you ready, Edna? Edna. Edna. Right, are you ready? Right, let's see if we can make this a bit.
I'm ready.
Right, this is Thunderbirds. Here we go.
Volcano just erupted. Require assistance in Anchorage.
Oh, no, it's not actually.
Out there? International Rescue.
Oh, no, that's not the one. No. That's not the one. That's a film they made of it. Oh, yeah, no, I don't want to watch the film of it. I want to watch the real. Right, hang on. Let's see if they've got the real. Oh, and I used to like Postman Pat. Have you ever heard of Postman Pat? I've lost Edna. Right, okay. Okay, I'll carry on. Right, the real Thunderbirds was... No, it wasn't like that. Oh, how annoying. Oh, God, this is just showing how old I am. Where's the real Thunderbirds? The real one from back in the day. Oh, is that it? No. See, they're all old ones. I want the new one. I want the... These are all new ones. I want the old ones. Right, let's put in... Oh, how annoying. Hang on one sec. I'm going to see if I can find the original on here. Right, okay. Original. Oh, okay. Right. Right. Did I kick you off?
I don't know what happened. I think my computer heard the nasty things that you were talking
Hang
about.
on a minute, darling. I need to get rid of that. I'm just looking for the original one. What happened? I thought you'd gone.
Know.
You went wandering again. Let me put in original Thunderbirds. I can't
Did you
believe.
play?
I didn't play it. I played the wrong thing. Oh, this is it. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. These are the ones that I used to really love. Right, hang on a minute. Let's see. Now, let's share this. Let's share this. These were the original Thunderbirds. Okay, let's see. Brains Thunderbirds season 1. Right, should we have a look at this? Okay.
Let's do it.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinar?
Dana!
Wasting tons of time on troubleshooting with attendees?
Dana.
If so, you need StreamYard.
This is the original. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Love this program. I'll tell you the one who I can't think. Him, I think.
Can you pause it? I can't hear you, Jan.
Sorry?
I can't hear you. Go ahead.
You can't hear me?
I couldn't hear you over the video playing. Now I can hear you just fine.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Well, what I was trying to say was I think I like the blonde one. I think he was my favourite.
Oh, I was just thinking the graphics are amazing. It's like you can almost see them on little wires moving, moving the text. It's so funny.
Ah, Thunderbirds are go! I used to love them. Him! I think it was him. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I fancied him. I did though.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Scary stuff, eh?
You know what, Jan? How old were you when you were watching this? Do you remember?
I don't know. I don't know. Because I wasn't
This
allowed to
reminds
watch television as a kid. Let me just show. I just want you to see how bad the thing that I used to really like is when they used to get the call and they had to leave. Right, let me see. Is it there?
because it's set in New York. It just reminded me of the Marvels. I used to babysit this kid, and he thought it was real because it was in New York. And I was like, "No, it's a movie. It's fake." He was like, "But New York is a real place." I'm like, "Well, you got me there, but I promise you, they're not really." Because he was just like, "There's so much damage." He was really concerned for the city.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, Buster, you've done a great job here today. Now let me do mine.
I said, no pictures.
Please destroy them.
If you think I do that, you're crazy.
Crazy fools.
I don't know who that guy is. I think he's meant to be a baddie because he's got big eyebrows. They always used to give the baddies really really big eyebrows for some reason. Hang on, I want to find the bit where they look at this baddie. Look, hang on, not him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's all about you. Here's what's to come in 2024 so that you
Wasn't bluffing. And it is possible. There goes your story, Ned.
Oh.
Thunderbird 1 to Thunderbird 2. Take off from danger zone delayed. Everything now FAB.
Fill you in with details later.
FAB, Scott. Radio base and report.
I told you, I wanted to be a boy when I was a girl, when I was a little girl.
Jan, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping to see like some Transformer eagle type birds.
No, they were called Thunderbirds. Don't be silly.
Because they're in the military?
No, they weren't in the military. Oh, I don't know. I don't think they were.
I still don't know what
I
is
want to see when they
Thunderbird.
come out of the air and they come out of the ground. They'll be sat there. Right, hang on. They'll be sat there, right, and then they get the call. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
And then they say, Thunderbirds are go. I know. I fancied a puppet. I'm sorry.
Sasha.
I fancied a puppet. That's how sad I was.
Sasha, Did we have your evil twin, your evil fraternal twin in earlier?
Who's that? No,
It
that's
was
a different
Sasha.
person. Thunderbirds. Had you heard of Thunderbirds, Sasha? Because
It's a great American cartoon.
no, it's not. It's British. Shut your face. Right, I want to say, and there was Miss Penelope there, and I can't remember what his name was. Right, hang on. Right, hang on.
Might as well be safe. You'll see.
Right, they get the call.
what did you say, Kirano?
Father asked you if you would like coffee, Mr. Tracy.
Oh, no, thank you. I better get over to landing control.
He's good
What
looking,
type of
though,
animation
isn't he?
is this?
Don't you
It's
think
a puppet, Jan. It's not.
Yeah, but don't you think he's good looking?
No.
I think he's good looking. Hang on. Oh, hang on. I like seeing them in the home environments. Hang on.
Exactly, Bridge. This is a great American show. Like, Ford is British.
I need to Google that. I'm going to Google that. Just you wait. Then you'll be sorry. Oh, look, somebody got injured. Stop it. This is serious.
She's needed on call. Well, let's hope she's not. Now, you relax. You need a lot of rest. You take care of yourself, and we'll take care of Thunderbird, too.
He's like hovering in the pit. This reminds me of MASH.
There's brains. See, here's the brains. He's got everything. I picked the wrong one. I like to see the ones where they're. Oh, hang on. This is them at home. All right. Let's see. This is where they live. It's amazing where they live. Right. Hang on. Let's see.
Are they in space?
Isn't it sad how I'm actually excited watching this now?
No, I think it would be exciting if I knew what was going on. Like, what? I don't get it. What do they do?
Just
Any
watch.
government officials?
Watch and learn. I don't know. Why do you have to ask so many questions? I don't know who they work for.
What are they again? What are we?
It's my childhood. Exactly. It's my childhood. I loved it, and I'm so excited. Right. Okay. Right. Okay.
What about Josie and the Pussycat?
Look at the candle. This is how they launched it. I love it. Look.
Thanks, Washington. That'll be really great.
That's the least we can do, Mr. Tracy.
Thunderbird 4, this is base. Over.
That's right, Gordon. The Sentinel will pick you up and take you and Thunderbird 4 to New York as fast as they know how.
FAB?
Oh, yeah, they used to say FAB. I'm not sure what FAB means. What does what does FAB mean, Sasha? Oh, Thunderbirds are but I don't know. EDNA.
Yeah.
EDNA.
Yeah.
What do you think of my childhood viewing?
It's interesting. I think it's a little too slow paced for where my brain is now off of like TikTok. But also, I'm trying to think, what did I watch? I mean, I had like what do you call it? Sesame Street.
Oh
Barney.
God. Oh, your dad loved it. Yeah, I used to love it. So you used to like Sesame Street?
Yes.
I remember Sesame Street. Is it still going?
I'm sure it is. Yeah, it's a classic. You can't get rid of certain shows. Like Sesame Street, it's been around for generations. You know?
Yeah, I know. Aska, do you
Like,
want to
who
go
doesn't
out?
want? Yeah.
Go on. She's being naughty again. In and out, in and out. There is something. Right, there's an old black and white film which I'll probably get done for. So I want to ask people in the chat, all three of you, what's the most What's a film that's had the most impact on your life? That's what I want.
Oh. I mean, it's hard to say one film for overall. I remember,
Oh, they've got.
was
some
it 7 Years a Slave? That was like the last.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing this again. Like any kind of slavery, black trauma, anything, cut me out. No, thank you.
Yeah.
It was
Now, there's
traumatizing.
a film here, right? I don't know if anyone. Well, when I put it up, you'll see what it's called. But I want to see. Hang on, let's stop that. Okay. Who can recognise this film? I'll be very. Oh, I can't get rid of the title of it. Right. This
There's
is the
a film.
Right. Okay. While we're thinking about it, we're going to have a quick break, and perhaps Edna will work on her timing. Because her timing has
I
been
had a
bloody
film. I was
awful.
gonna give you a minute to pull up the video.
I was.
Something to...
What have you got to say? Say it.
I was gonna.
Just say it. For God's sake. Say it, woman.
I was gonna say that there's this movie by, I think her name is Amy Schumer, where she just like wakes up as a beautiful woman, but she like nothing's happened. It's just like all in her mind that she thinks that she's amazing. And I don't know. It's like I aspired to have that kind of delusion in my life. Why not?
So it's a film where somebody wakes up and she's beautiful.
I really can't remember.
Right, okay, time for a break. I'm done with this madness. Edna, sort yourself out. We're having a break.
Okay.
2 minutes break. Switch off your mic. Be back in a minute, guys. And we're back in the room. We're back in the room. Right, okay. Let's see if we can do this properly now, Edna. Edna. Okay.
Yes,
right.
I'm back. We can do it. Let's get it.
One of the films that really left a huge mark on me is an old film, and I can't remember who starred in it. But it's about it's called Imitation of Life, and it's about two families. One is a white family, and one is a black mother and mixed race daughter. Now, the black mother and well, what happens is they're on the beach. The first scene is they're on the beach and the two kids bump into each other. Okay, so you've got a mixed race little girl called Sarah Jane, and you've got the other girl, I can't even remember what her name was. Now, anyway, the basis of the movie is that the black woman is invited to housekeep, work as a housekeeper for the white woman and her little girl. So that's the basis of the film. Yeah. So the scene I'm going to play you is when Sarah Jane, who's a little girl, she's now in California, and she passes as a white woman. Okay, so so she's living as a white woman under an assumed name and working as a chorus girl. Annie, her mother, is becoming weaker and more depressed by the day, and flies out to California to see her daughter one last time and to say goodbye. Now, it's very sad, but I just find it very poignant and just amazing. And I don't know when the film was made, but it has got some big cast in there, and I don't know who it was, but anyway. Okay, so let's have a look at this. This is the mother going to see her daughter, and the daughter has been living as a white woman. She didn't want anything to do with her mum, and so she's living as a white woman. So, okay, let's show you this. It's called Imitation of Life.
Door's open. I'll be ready in a minute. I hope they're not here.
Now, don't be mad, honey. Nobody saw me.
It was you. You were there tonight. Why can't you leave me alone?
I tried, Sarah Jane. You'll never know how hard I tried.
Well, might as well pack.
Look, baby,
I suppose you've been to the boss. Lost me my job, my friends.
I've been no place. I didn't come to bother you.
Well, you won't. Not ever again. Spoil things for me here, and I'll just go somewhere else. And I'll keep on going until you're so tired.
Baby, I am tired. I'm as tired as I ever want to be. You mind if I sit down?
Yes, I do. Somebody's coming. That's why the door was unlocked.
I'll only stay a minute. I just want to look at you. That's why I came. Are you happy here, honey? Are you finding what you really want?
I'm somebody else. I'm white. White. White! Does that answer you?
I guess so.
Then please, Mama, will you go? And never do this again. And if by accident we should ever pass on the street, please don't recognize me.
I won't, Sarah Jane. I promise. I settle all that in my mind. There's just one thing I wish from you.
What?
If you're ever in trouble, if you ever need anything at all, if you ever want to come home and you shouldn't be able to get in touch with me, will you let Miss Laura know?
Yes. Yes, anything. Now, will you go?
That wasn't all I wanted, honey. That was only part of it.
What's the rest?
I'd like to hold you in my arms once more, like you were still my baby.
All right, Mama. All right.
Oh, Sarah Jane. Oh, my baby. My beautiful, beautiful baby. I love you so much. Nothing you ever do can stop that.
Oh, Mama. Mama. Mama.
Oh, my baby.
Come on, Linda, they're waiting. Say, listen, if you're the new maid, I want to report that my shower's full of ants.
Oh, I'm sorry, miss. That must be very uncomfortable. But I just happened to be in town and I dropped in to see Miss Linda. I used to take care of her. Well, I guess I'll be running along. My plane's leaving in a little while, Miss Linda. Goodbye, honey. You take good care of yourself. Goodbye.
Well, get you. So, honey child, you had a mammy.
Yes. All my life.
Well, that brightened up the proceedings. As I said, when I saw that film, it really sort of struck me as, yeah, it just really struck me. I just couldn't believe how evil the daughter was, to be honest. What do you think, Edna? Have you ever seen it? Had you seen that before?
No. It's I don't know, it's interesting because I don't know, I'm a black woman, I'm I might be I don't want to say the word confused, but people might think, oh, you might have a little bit of something in you, but nobody's looking at me. I'm not passing for anything. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So I couldn't imagine.
I think because I've got mixed race kids, that's why it sort of really sort of resonates with me as well.
Yeah, sorry, I had a cough. I was just thinking I couldn't imagine being so close to whiteness and all of what it entails or can entail, with white privilege. I mean,
so that film came out in 1970. What was it? Came out in 1959.
But I think the same thing happens today. You look
Yes.
at somebody like what's her name? I don't know, some of these pop stars where
Yeah.
they really darken their skin and they wear the curly hair. You don't know what they are, and then after they've, I don't know, done whatever they wanted to do, then they're white.
I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting that Random Fish said that she saw it at grad school. That's interesting, and I'm not surprised because it answers it sort of throws up so many questions.
So, Fish, you were in your 20s back in the what?
I wasn't in my bloody 20s, you silly cow.
No, I was doing some math for Fish. I was just joking.
Right, okay, so I found the trailer I found the trailer. Right, okay. Right, 1959 it came out. All right, let's watch the trailer. All right, let's stop. Right, I'm trying to, let's get that up and just watch the trailer.
I don't know. It's, but I think that's the thing though, Jen. Like, could you imagine like being able to pick an easier life? Honestly, I don't know what I would do if I was in a different time.
You've given me everything but yourself.
No, no.
I'm white. White. White.
Lana Turner was in it. She's a well-known actress, isn't she? But I think, yeah, it was a bestseller, but I forgot what I was going to say now.
Starring Lana Turner as the great stage star Laura Merritt, the men in her life, John Gavin, Dan O'Hurley, Robert Alden.
If the Dramatist Club wants to eat and sleep with you, you eat and sleep with them.
It's disgusting.
It pays off.
Her daughter, Sandra Dee, Susan Kohner, who was born to be hurt.
I don't want to have to come through back doors or feel lower than other people or apologize for my mother's color.
Don't say
she can't help her color. But I can.
Juanita Moore, hers was the shame and the pain.
There, Jane Johnson. You put your clothes on and get out of this place.
And the incomparable Mahalia Jackson.
Oh, I didn't...
I'm not asking you not to go down there, Laura. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, I didn't know Mahalia Jackson was in it. Oh, I've learned something there. Do you know who Mahalia Jackson is?
I know she's a name. I don't really know of her though. Or I guess I know of her, but I don't. Yeah, go ahead.
She's one of the best gospel singers. She's incredible.
Okay.
Oh my God. Right, okay. While we're hang on, I want to play it. I mean, let me see. It's such a big film.
But you know what, Jay? You ever hear about those eccentric women that like live with a roommate or like just some crazy kook at the end of the block? I imagine I would have to be that person because I don't think I could just be a part of like just get married or have a family because that's what's expected. And if you're talking about a time where women couldn't even like really work or they couldn't support themselves, or could they?
I don't know. Sorry, I'm just looking for something.
Okay. I don't know. I hear.
What do you mean they can't support themselves? What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, when you think about what was this back in the 60s or I don't know, but I don't know. I remember this woman saying that like women couldn't get their own bank accounts until the 70s.
Oh God, yeah. Things were really bad. And they
That's
still
crazy
are
to me, Jan.
Huh?
That's crazy to me. The thing because I'm a woman, I couldn't have a bank account.
But some of them listen, we're lucky living in, where we live and the societies that we live in. There are still people, trust me, that still struggle. It was in the the film was made in 1959. So you've heard of Mahalia Jackson, Fish?
Yes, I've heard it. Oh, Fish.
Yeah. Right.
Oh yeah, she said she's a legend.
She is a legend. Absolutely. Right, I'm just going to play this and then I'm going to go, I think. Right, okay, this is the funeral.
By day, nor the moon by night.
Is this the mother's funeral?
Preserve thee from all
yeah.
He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in.
Let me through. Please. Please let me through.
Sarah Jane has finally realised she loved her mother, but she killed her mother.
Stand back. But it's my mother. Stand back. I'm telling you, it's my mother.
Please.
Mama. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Mama, do you hear me? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mama. Mama, I did love you. Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane, don't! Miss Laura. Miss Laura, I killed my mother. I killed her. I wanted to come home now. You never know how much I wanted it. Come with us.
She only got a good funeral because of the White family, because of the mother, because she always looked out for her, but she could never get over her daughter not wanting to be black. And I think that's just, I don't know, it's just such an awful, awful story. So if you want to watch something to cheer yourselves up, then go ahead and watch that.
I don't know. I just can't imagine. I feel like it's almost the opposite. Like people purposely, you know, sorry, I had a cough. People purposely, get with lighter complected people so that they would have light-skinned children. So I don't see someone being so upset that they didn't want to be black.
I think, I don't know. I mean, maybe back in the day. Remember, that film was made in 1957, 59.
Yeah.
So, maybe back in the day. But I just thought it was such a poignant film. Do you mind before we go, if I just Google and see what it says? I mean, that'll probably give a better description than I have. I just want to see if it was like, whether it was like, I don't know. I can't remember another film that dealt with such a delicate subject. Put it that way. I just can't remember. I just can't think of one. Maybe today, yeah. Imitation of Life. Oh my God! It says it's a 1934. Oh, so they've done it a couple of times. All right. Right, so the original.
Okay, because I'm gonna say I don't think so.
Right. Okay. Right. Let me share this with you. Let's just have a look at this. Quite interesting, I think, anyway. Imitation of Life. Okay. So if we have a look here, right, you can buy it. That's the one. That's the 1959 one. There was actually a 1934 one. So yeah, that's like,
I wonder
wow.
how that was received. I'm thinking that was really controversial. Yeah.
So Juanita Moore, is she a well-known black actress? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, is that how you say it, Juanita?
Where is it? Yeah, Juanita. I don't
Okay.
know. Now it doesn't really sound familiar.
Okay, so that was her. Right, so that must be the original cast here. Can you see? Right.
Yeah.
So the one that I watched is the 1959 one, and it's in oh, okay, that's interesting. Imitation of Life Time magazine. Okay, let's just see. Uh,
Have you only seen the one version?
Best Move Decades. Interesting. Yeah, melodrama is one of the most maligned genres, often denigrated by people who think they're above being manipulated by a movie. But melodrama is really a vessel, a place for us to put overwhelming feelings that have nowhere else to go. In Douglas Sirk's Imitation of Life, adapted from a 1933 novel by Fanny Hurst and filmed previously in 1934, Lana Turner and Juana, how do you say it? Juanita Moore
Juanita.
star as Laura Meredith and Anne Johnson, single mothers who join forces out of need and forge a lifelong friendship. Laura is an aspiring but struggling actor. Annie may be a close friend, but she's also essentially a servant, helping Laura along on her rise to stardom as the two raise their children together. Sirk, a master of big feelings, writ large on the screen, is fully aware of the complicated dynamic between the two women. At one point, Annie speaks of her dream to have a big, lavish funeral with all her friends in attendance. It never occurred to me that you had any friends, Laura responds wide-eyed. You never asked, Annie responds, not bitterly, but a kind with a kind of gentle wariness. Turner is undeniably glamorous. Is an undeniable oh, sorry. Turner is an undeniably glamorous presence, but it's Moore's performance, restrained even amid the movie's grand swells of emotion, that will stick with you forever. Annie's daughter, Sarah Jane, Sousa Kochner, resents her mother for the darkness of her skin. Sarah Jane is light skinned and desperately tries to pass, even as Annie pleads with her to take pride in who she is. Imitation of Life tangles with issues that still make America uncomfortable. But then Sirk always defied the idea of comfort altogether. To be comfortable means accepting the status quo. With his grand gestures, Sirk sought to bust our world wide open. So I'm glad it's really got in there. I'm glad it's got into the 100 best movies of the past 10 decades. I actually think it's a wonderful movie. But then it could be because of who I am and how I feel. So maybe you should, it probably looks a bit old and dated to people nowadays, but yeah. What Sasha
Oh
saying?
no,
We
I love to watch
Okay.
old movies like what was it? Tiffany, Breakfast at Tiffany, Audrey Hepburn. I got
Yes.
into watching her old movies and Marilyn Monroe and what that I could get my hands
Yeah.
on. So yeah, I don't know, like it's interesting because we live in a time that's kind of like unprecedented where we're able to look back and see how people and the perception of people have changed over the decades. It's like now we're at a point where you can hop on to multiple different platforms and see into a peek into people's lives live. It's kind of
Yeah.
crazy to think about. Well, we used to, just imagine thinking. I remember people would be like, "Oh, my life is like a TV show," blah blah blah, and now anybody could be their own show.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Audrey Hepburn had a good thriller, After Dark. I don't know if I saw that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that one was the one where they meet on the train. What's that one?
I liked her younger stuff. Once she did like there was one that was kind of beatnik and different. I guess they got into like the 60s. I didn't enjoy those films as much.
Oh, you like the really old ones?
Yeah, like Roman Holiday, Breakfast at Tiffany's,
Yeah.
Sabrina.
Yeah. What's the one called where they meet on the train? She meets this guy on the train. No, she's blind and some people are after her. Oh my God, that sounds scary. I think one of the scariest films I've ever seen, and I'm not a film watcher. I get bored. I get too bored to watch movies. One of the scariest films I've seen is that one called Jewel. I think it was the
Oh,
first
okay.
Steven Spielberg film where it's a man
Oh.
in a car who's being chased by a truck. It's quite a famous song as well, a famous film as well. I'm going to ignore that Edna is listing off romance movies. Yeah, I don't bother. I don't bother really with romance movies. They get on my nerves. Great horror movie. What
I
the one
can't watch horror. That's what's so funny about the true crime is like it interests me, but at the same time, like so if I watch a horror movie, it's through like a recap on YouTube. Like I love to watch that way, so I can yeah. And then these
You're watching too many horror stories. You're watching too many romances. Yeah, I've never
No,
really
that's
been
funny.
like. I mean, I've watched like the usual ones, like Pretty Woman. I think that's a great film. And
Jen, it's about a prostitute.
I know. I don't know why I like it so much, but I remember banning my kids from watching it for quite a few
And I
years.
can't believe George. What's his name? He plays George on Seinfeld. But when he like propositions her, I hated him.
Oh, the guy, the lawyer, the friend of Richard
He's
Gere.
like Alexander something or something Alexander.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know who he is. My mum and aunt cried at Pretty Woman. Did they? Oh, I also love musicals. I love musicals, so I've watched all of those. Not so much the new ones, but yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, have you seen the new Mean Girls? It's a musical.
No, but I saw Dreamgirls.
Who's the last
at the
Dreamgirls?
theatre.
Oh, okay.
That was amazing. Loved it.
Yeah.
And I've also what else have I don't watch a lot of films, if I'm honest.
What about Rent?
Rent? No, I don't know. I think I might have seen that at the cinema. And not at the cinema, at the on the stage, yeah.
In the theater.
What's that one? Moulin Rouge. Yeah, I've not seen that
okay.
one. I've actually been to Moulin Rouge in France, in Paris. Yeah, it's I didn't actually go in to see a show. I just walked past it and went, "Oh, look, there's the Moulin Rouge."
Is it a theater or what is it?
It's a theater. Yeah, and it's
okay.
And it says like Moulin Rouge.
Is it all burlesque, like sexy type of shows? Okay.
Yeah. Jan going to naughty shows. No, I haven't been. I didn't go. I didn't go to that. That doesn't really interest me. To a dance. No.
I mean, the idea is funny. Was it? Did you dance?
Yeah, no, I didn't. No, I wasn't part of that. No, I didn't do that. I have done shows, but I haven't done that. I have done I have been a whore on stage though, and that was great fun. I was. I was in what's it called? Donny Parton one. Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. I was in that, yeah, on the stage. And
so you weren't actually nude or anything?
No, I was in stockings and suspenders though, a lot of the time, and like with a feather boa. I loved it. Absolutely loved that show.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was. It was so much fun. And I was Lindy Lou. So whenever I see Lindy Lou like in somebody's chat, I'm like, oh yeah, it always takes me back to when I did that. It was No, I wasn't nude. I've never done any nudie work. But yeah, in that one I was fairly sort of I didn't have a lot of clothes on, put it that way. But I was a lot younger. But yeah, it was fun. It was great fun. So, okay, I'm gonna go because it's getting late here and I want to catch a couple of my favorite shows. So I'm gonna say thanks for coming, Edna. Thanks
Thanks for
for
having me. Thank you, chat.
always welcome. And Drama Friday. We're going to talk about Drama Friday.
Well,
Yeah,
your
you're
mama
right.
gone now, so we have to see.
Oh God.
Husky
I'll
will
tell you what,
only cook Edna's question is that when you were nude.
only
That's
Edna's
funny.
question and tell it. Yeah. Oh, probably. Timber's back, is she? Is she really? I mean, the people have been saying that for a while, Sasha, but I'm not sure if it's her. I'm not sure. Why would she come back using the same name for everyone to sing happy birthday?
And why not?
I think if I was caught doing something like that, then I wouldn't come back with the same name.
Look at Kaya.
Yeah. But do you know what? I mean, I should say this for Drama Friday, but people are gunning for Kaya like she's actually done something.
But she still got numbers in chat.
She's stood by her man. That's what she's done. Would we do that? No. But then we're not Kaya. It's difficult, Yeah.
I feel like to be the type of person to support that type of activity in that way is crazy.
I know. But it's like I said earlier in the live stream, a lot of these people are just so foreign to us. We never understand them. I could never understand half of these people that are drugged up all the time. I can't. So, has Kaya done anything? I don't know. I just think, if you
The way Kaya talked about the quote unquote lifestyle and how she was not a victim and different things, for you to have that mentality, like if you can hear or know anything about these women's stories, I couldn't imagine having that mentality around it.
No.
And that's not to say that I'm some super woke, whatever type of individual, because I'm not. Like I remember, man, I had this conversation with an old roommate at the time, like when I first went off to college, and like I'm like low key embarrassed when I think about it. I was like, I was real wrong in like my thinking, and like in a way, because I think my point was that you're not really a victim, like you put yourself in certain situations to a certain extent, which I mean, it's tough to say, but we're all kind of taught, how not to be a victim. It is what it is. So that was just my point. But at the same time, if you take advantage of somebody, like you're in the wrong.
Yeah. But then how do we
And
know?
yeah.
How do we know that Kaya's not a victim?
We don't. I mean, I very much would think that she is for her to have this point of view. But that's what I'm
But
saying. It's
maybe
like
she says she's got that point of view because she hasn't got a choice.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. She's still perpetuating. She's still like supporting, kind of like glamorizing it for not calling it what it is. For her, for anybody to make it seem like pimping is just a lifestyle that people choose to get fast money, that's crazy talk.
Okay. I agree. But it's Wednesday and I'm about ready to go. So
Yeah.
let's pick this conversation up on Friday because I think it would be a good conversation to have. It's still drama. And yeah, I think it would be a good conversation to have, definitely. So I'm going to say goodbye. And I'll see you all on Friday. Yeah, it always happens. It always happens at the end of Wednesday. We start going to Friday. So we're going to get off. But if we want to pick up the Kaya chat on Friday, I'm definitely up for that. So thanks, Edna. You're an absolute darling. And thanks to everybody that came to the chat and took part, and those who were lurking and those that are going to watch on the replay. Thank you to all of you. Have a lovely couple of days until Friday. And then we're going to see you on Friday. Take care. Until then, bye-bye for now.